Good evening, ladies. We're moving on with our learning. Today we're going to learn about different levels of faith. In our book, Rabbeinu Bechaye, the author, he describes 10 different levels of faith. We're not going to finish them all today. I wrote 7. I'm assuming we're going to get to 5. I'm being a little hopeful. Okay, so the first one, the lowest level, is not having faith at all. Basically, he describes a person who just rejects the entire Torah, doesn't have any faith at all, and he doesn't believe in God at all, and he is very much involved in this world, and he's not looking anywhere farther. The second stage, the second level, is people who can't deny the miracles that happen to us and the occasions on which Hashem revealed himself to the Jewish people, and I will explain more about it. So he believes that the Torah is truth, but he doesn't believe in punishment, and he doesn't believe in judgment in general. And he believes that the Torah in general is true, but it's something that was written by a person, and that the prophets pretty much made it up, and whatever they want, they added. So there are a few things to explain about this. First of all, when we said that he cannot reject all the times and the events, the different events that Hashem revealed himself. So in Judaism, we believe that we believe in Matan Torah, which means we believe in this occasion when on Mount Sinai Moshe went and he was given the Torah in front of millions and millions of Jews. And there isn't not even one religion that claims anything similar, which means every other religion, if it claims to have some kind of goddess revealing, then they claim that it was in front of maximum, like tops, a few hundreds of people, maybe. I'm assuming here, because the only things that I heard are tops 100 people, but maybe let's go 1,000, okay, not more. Because if you would like to start a religion and say, okay, we had this occasion in which Hashem revealed himself to millions of people, then you would say, okay, where are those people? You can't just make it up. If you want to say that there were people who revealed the Torah, or they were given the Torah, and they were all present in this scenario, then you'll have to give them. You'll have to prove that they were actually existing. And if you don't, then you can't start the religion, because people won't join you. So the fact that there is a nation now, a Jewish nation, that is, it's big, and there are so many believers, they had to start somewhere. If we go to our parents, our grandparents, where did it start? If someone would have wanted to make it up, he would have had to prove that there were millions of people that were being present in this amazing reveal. So this is why we're setting a higher standard than other religions, in a way. Now the answers he gives to this person, first of all, if this person who thinks that this religion was given to us or was made up by a prophet or was added details by a prophet. So he gives 2 answers. The first answer, he says, okay, if we believe that God really created the world for a special reason, for a purpose, would he let someone just make things up? Would he let someone take his truth, his Torah, and twist it all over and just make it up, and then get to this point where we have a world with 6 billion Jews and the truth just does not exist? It's one thing to have the truth and people have to seek their way and find it, and it's another way not to have the truth at all. Would Hashem let this world get to this point where he created the world for a purpose? He chose a nation for a purpose, and nobody has the truth. Nobody has the purpose. So why providing this world? Why giving us everything that we have? Why having life in this world if nobody's fulfilling the purpose? And the other answer is that if a person, for example, Moshe Rabbeinu, this claim is against Moshe Rabbeinu. If Moshe Rabbeinu would have made up everything, would Hashem make him such an amazing being? I mean, Moshe Rabbeinu is described as a person who went on a mountain and didn't eat and didn't drink for 40 days. He was able to speak to angels. All these things were given to him by Hashem. Would Hashem give all these presents to a person who is lying and making things up? Not likely. The third reason, he says, the third level is when, it's already getting too long, I'm sorry. The third level is when a person knows that the Torah is truth, and he agrees that there is judgment or there are rules, but he says they only apply in this world and there is no afterlife. We die, we disappear, and that is it. And he says basically, we're only living for this world and there's nothing afterwards. And Hashem gave us all these rules just for this world. And we have a few problems with it. The first problem is there are so many psukim that says otherwise. And the other problem is, how can you say that? Because if that's the truth, then it means that there is terrible, terrible injustice in this world. For example, there are people who do terrible, terrible things and they have the best life. And there are people who are devoting their lives to worshiping Hashem and to only do good things and only spread goodness in this world, and they're suffering every day. And it doesn't make sense. And if you explain that there is an afterlife and that people who do bad things, there isn't a person who's only doing a bad thing. All people are complex. It's all gray area. So even the most terrible people, they do good things also. And even the most holiest people, they've done bad things as well. So people who do, that's one of the answers why. There are many answers, but one of the answers why there are people who do good and they still suffer is because people who do bad things, they also do good things. So the reward for the good things they do, they earn in this world. And then in their afterlife, after they already used all of their profit, all of their reward, they're only being punished for the terrible, terrible things that they have done. And on the other hand, we have people who are very tzaddikim and holy and they only do good things, but they also do bad things. Sometimes we're not perfect. So all the punishment that they deserve, they get in this world. And for their afterlife, they have just endless pleasure because they were already punished in this world and they cleaned their soul completely. Okay, so we only got to 3 levels. I'm hoping that tomorrow we'll do more. Thank you so much for joining me and have a good evening. Bye.